James, let's get straight into it as we've got plenty to cover this weekend, highlighted by the Group 2 All-Star Sprint at Cannington on Saturday.
Yeah, this should be a good one, Leia. We've got a good mix of experienced greyhounds and up-and-coming dogs in this one. Looking forward to it.
Let's bring the box drawer up and we take a look at the field. Firecloud, drawn really nicely out of box 1, is a standout chance in this field. Drawn the pole was my tip going into the heats, and boy did he perform.
Yeah, good win during the heat stage, wasn't it? Took advantage, obviously, of the dogs that were scratched, was able to jump to the lead and wasn't challenged throughout the race. Good chance to lead again from the pole here, Leia. But there's one dog I think a standout in this one, and a lot of people are going to be looking towards. And that is, of course, Momentum. This dog's been absolutely great. Of course, comes into this as the fastest qualifier and has really been a shooting star for trainer Cozzy D'Agostino.
Also received an invitation to nominate for the Top Gun, so is definitely on the radar and for good reason as well. Has a good record over this track and distance. So, James, would you say that he is the one to beat?
I think so, yeah. A good chance. The battle here, I think, for the lead will be between him and Firecloud. Of course, Momentum, I don't think, needs to lead this one to win it. But, yeah, look, he starts as favourite here for sure.
And you like the look of possibly Stargazer in this?
Well, we've got a lot of dogs that can bob up at any time, and we've seen obviously Sir Monty and Sunset Toxic be quite prominent in there through the heat stage as well. But Stargazer is just one of these dogs that it always seems to make these finals. Of course, did win one a few weeks back. Definitely one you've got to include in your novelties here at the very least.
I am actually liking the look of Vice Grip. Had a wonderful heat performance, one from box 8, so I'm curious to see how he goes. Drawn on the inside here, surrounded by these hot dogs at the moment, Firecloud and Momentum.
Yeah, Vice Grip, another dog that's been performing well of late, has come over to WA into the care of trainer Adam Smith and has performed really well. Won that heat last week. In fact, let's go back and have a look at that race. Is jumping from box 8 here, of course. Gets a good jump and is right up on the pace here with Sir Monty as the favourite. Destruction completely muffs the start here, because Destruction, of course, winner of the Mandurah Cup. Vice Grip and Sir Monty fight it out through the turn and down the back straight. It's a good contest, but eventually Vice Grip is able to edge ahead here. Vice Grip heads for home with the advantage. He can't fully shake off Sir Monty here, who does come again at him, but Vice Grip holds on to take the race. Has been a bit of a journeyman performer, but as mentioned, since has come into WA, has really settled and performed well. Is, of course, a litter brother to Low Blow, won the distance potential a week or so back, and same litter here as Rostered Off, so plenty of talent in that breeding.
There is, and I had a chance to have a chat to trainer Adam Smithson. Here's what he had to say about Vice Grip's chances in the final.
I think it's Firecloud off the red and Momentum is in 5.
4.
I think. 4, yeah. So with those two, one underneath and one outside of him, they're going to be flying early. So if there's a bit of trouble, I think the dogs out wide might get a bit of room, but we just sort of hope we can miss the trouble and posse up close and sort of run a forward race. Because of his early pace, he's it's not going to make or break in the box draw, so it was more of what was drawn around it. Just a little awkward with his early speed, so it all comes down to sort of how the others begin and where he sits.
Good luck to all those going up for the Group 2 All-Star Sprint Final this Saturday. But James, it doesn't stop there. On Friday down at Mandurah, we have 2 heats of the shorts.
We certainly do, Leia, and Friday night at Mandurah is Stangamoose night.
It does seem to be, doesn't it?
He is going around in the heats of the short. He's in the second one. Let's have a look at the first heat, though.
Sunset Piper will be a big show drawn out of box 1, in my opinion, James.
Yeah, I agree. First start over this journey, but does have experience racing against top company, so certainly got the edge in that regard. If she steps here, I think she can lead this one. I think she should be able to take the opportunity provided by the draw here. So probably on top here, Sunset Piper, but the rest of the field here quite even, and there's some handy dogs across the grid.
There is. I have my eye on West on Grit. Hasn't been in the winner's circle for quite some time now, but if he brings his best, I think he'll be a tough one to beat.
Okay, well, look, I don't mind the look of Bondi Manelli and also Trent Manelli, probably favouring towards Bondi Manelli here, has been handy over this distance. Of course, we've got a dog like Sleepy George here, won the Sand Groper a few months back, and some other dogs that have been winning races of late. So, yeah, this is a nice field, this one.
Let's take a look at the second heat, James. And as we mentioned, Stangar Moose is on fire, and he comes up with an inside draw here and has won 10 out of his last 11.
The only time he hasn't won, Leia, was over the 490. The shorts are, of course, over the 405, where he's 10 from his past 10. Look, what more can we say about this dog? He's been absolutely on fire, dominating this distance. Once again comes into the race as the dog to beat, but does come up against a really high-quality field here. There's some really nice dogs in this.
Yes, I think this is quite the competitive race. The second heat, I have my eye on Harper's Hero. Has been chasing in really good form recently, so I know Stangar Moose will probably be the one to beat, but I'll be keeping my eye on Harper's Hero.
Oh, look, Harper's Hero, definitely you can't go past. Archibald, a dog that's on the up, Yarn Up Flyer, has run some really quick times. We know Gangnam Manelli's won a lot of races. City Manelli is a dog that's coming through as well. Look, just talent across the board, but headlined by the old Stangar Moose there.
Yes, and I had a chat to the Turners, both Morgan Turner, who is the trainer, and his partner Karis. And Morgan said it's not really too much about the box draw, it's more so to do with the speed drawn around him, and he does like to jump to the right a little bit.
Potentially brings him into conflict here from Archibald from box 3. We'll see how that plays out.
Karis did say that we can only hope his success continues. I'm always nervous for him going into these races, but he has a huge desire to win, and hopefully that gets him across the line. So fingers crossed the Moose goes for his 11th win out of 12.
Well, last week we highlighted Amplified as that dog was heading into the heats of the Dale Cup. Well, we had those here at Cannington on Monday, and Amplified certainly lived up to expectations. It was a really nice run here to win the heat. The other heat winners from the Dale Cup series, Shimbona Pride and Rip and Sheen, should mention them. But let's have a look at Amplified's win here on Monday, and this was her first attempt over the 520 metre journey from box 7. Absolutely storms out. She clocks a 5:44 first section, absolutely streets them down the back straight here, and it's been a good effort here from Crystal Shinners to ease this dog into the 520 metre journey, of course coming off 405s and 490s. Goes on to win this one by more than 12 lengths in a time of 29.79. It's stepped up to this journey, is bound for the Young Stars, goes into this Dale Cup final on Monday as favourite, should win and should go on to bigger things here.
Yeah, I think she is red hot in this field, James, and will be the one to beat. Box draw should be out
sometime
very soon,
today,
so
yes.
Keep an eye peeled out on our social media, but I think the box draw will be somewhat crucial to see how the race will pan out.
Okay, well, that's Monday, and then a little bit further ahead, we've got a very big event down there at Mandurah, don't we, Leia?
We do. The race that stops the nation, the Melbourne Cup, will be happening on the 2nd of November, and it is always a big hit down at Mandurah, so definitely get on board for that and get your tickets before you miss out, as they are booking up. And what better way to watch the Cup than at Mandurah, where you can also watch greyhound racing, and for $60 you can get a buffet luncheon, sweeps, prizes, a big screen, full bar, betting facilities, and a DJ. James, I didn't know that you'll be coming out of retirement to DJ the event down there at Mandurah.
Ah, yes, DJ JB spinning the tunes, all the hottest hits from the 30s, 40s and 50s.
Really playing some modern tunes there, JB.
It won't be me DJing, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably let's clarify that. For $60 you will be getting...
A professional DJ.
Yes. Lots to look forward to on Melbourne Cup Day, and we are also looking forward to chasing tonight here at Cannington. James, have you got a best bet for us?
I do, Leia. I'm heading towards a race 6, number 1, Tiger Town. So this is a dog which has struck a little bit of trouble in his past few runs, but does get the opportunity to lead here from the pole, and I think that'll make all the difference to his fortunes. There are a couple of swoopers out wide here that you may have your eye on that could possibly cause a bit of grief in late stages of the race. It is a small field, so they might be able to find their way through, but I'm hoping Tiger Town high-balling it out in front that'll give him the advantage he needs here.
Well, I'm also tipping in this race,
Really?
James.
Really?
Yes, one of these swoopers
Right.
that you have mentioned. I'm going race 6, number 8, Salchicha. I'm hoping that I've pronounced that correctly. It's a little bit exotic. Salchicha.
I like it.
And she is drawn wide, but I think we'll like it from here. Had a great run out from box 7, 2 starts back, and I was really impressed with her last run. She was well behind early, especially coming into the first bend. She was pretty much the last in the field, but managed to make up some ground and charge home late in the concluding stages. So I'm hoping she is a swooper, James, and can come after Tiger Town.
Yeah, look, that was a pretty eye-catching effort. I agree with that, but look, Tiger Town, he'll be out in front. By the time she winds up, he'll be off and gone.
Well, we'll just
That's
have to
my
wait
hope
and see.
anyway.
We are going head-to-head, James.
Locking horns, as the great David Short would say, tonight
Yes.
at Cannington.
And speaking of David Short, I will be joining him on Thursday for Greyhound Gold. So definitely keep an eye on social media for that one. Just
All
to be
right.
cross promotion.
Yeah, I like it. I always tune into Gold and listen to you guys, as I always watch all the racing, and hopefully you can get down and see the racing for yourself live. If not, we'll see you on the show next week.